What's up, everybody? Eric here with another EWE Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 5. But before we get into that, guys, please like the channel, subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comments down below. Alright, guys, well, let's get into this. As usual, first start of the episode is spoiler-free, then we'll go into spoiler section after I give a warning. So, let's begin with some information about this episode. The name of the episode is The Pirate. The release information is it came out on March 29th, 2023, and the cast includes Pedro Pascal, Katie Sackhoff, Emily Swallow, and Carl Weathers, with the runtime of 41 minutes. Alright, guys, so from the name, The Pirate, we're going finally back to like a little bit of stuff from Episode 1. Excuse me. So we're going to see, and you also heard me say Carl Weathers is back, so this episode is going to be that Navarro is going to be invaded by the same pirates from the first episode. And of course, they're going to need help from somebody to come save them because they don't have an army. And you can already guess who is going to be the person that comes save them. But yeah, guys, that's the basic plot of the episode. Let's go on to my spoiler-free thoughts. Now, I keep talking about urgency with this season. Okay, what are we going to do? Well, they threw in another action episode. And cool action, don't get me wrong. It's fun. But when are you going to start giving me some of the story that I expect from an 8-episode season? I don't feel like I'm getting it. We're just getting more, feels like setting up Bo-Katan. It's like the show's called The Mandalorian. I want you to do stuff with him too. Let me know what his part of the story is supposed to be this season. Because him and Grogu just seem to be chilling. And this is the problem that I had with Season 2. They seem like passengers in their own story. And I'm not sure that I really like that. I want my main characters to be doing stuff. I know Bo-Katan's a main character too, but she's not in a Mandalorian original. We've seen her before. So that's where I stand on that stuff. Other than that, this episode had great action. Like, holy crap, they are not messing around. We have these cool, the Mandalorians are doing really cool things, cool weapons, cool things that they're doing. So in that aspect, the episode was really cool. We saw some ship-to-ship combat. We saw a lot of really cool things. But again, this episode is 41 minutes, and I want to say a good chunk of that is with the action sequences, and it's like, alright, but what about story sequences? And just like the story that we got in this episode, which is to set up those fights. We're getting some long-term story, but it's not something I think it's going to pay off in this season, or even something I think is going to pay off in this show, if that makes sense. I think they're setting some stuff up for other Star Wars shows, and I'm kind of like, stop doing this thing that you do to Mandalorian. Mandalorian Season 2 is just a bunch of backdoor pilots, and that kind of annoyed me. Let that character finally get his just rewards. I didn't see Andor setting up a bunch of other Star Wars shows. Why do you keep using Mandalorian as a conduit for that? So that's just something that rubbed me off the wrong way. It's like, let Mando shine. But like I said, the action in this episode is really cool. So let's now move. Let me see if there's anything else. We get a really cool cameo in the early on in the episode that you guys should check out. It's a character. I don't want to spoil the character. It's a secret. But yeah, this episode had a lot of cool things in it, and I like a lot of the ideas, but I'm not sure. I'm feeling right now like the whole point of Season 3 is just to set up Season 4. And I don't feel like that's a good way of setting up time in these shows. Don't just use the entire season arc just to set something up. Like, just do stuff. Don't make it boring for everyone. Alright, so let's move on to my score. Like I said, thanks to the action in this episode, I think they have elements here that could be something cool for the future. But for right now, it's not negative, but I'm just gonna give it a 7 out of 10 good, because this was a fun watch. Anything really special? Not really. That's really been the problem with Mandalorian Season 3. They have cool things in it, but nothing that I'm going to consider special. So yeah, I recommend you guys go watch this episode. I think it'd be a lot of fun for people to watch. Good action. We're actually going to talk about it now in the spoiler section, so if you're not going to be joining us for that, thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you guys thought of Mandalorian. After you watch it, come back and watch the spoiler section, because we're going to be talking about everything there. Alright, guys. So here's your warning for the spoiler section. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. Welcome back in now to the spoiler section of the episode. So let's just get started with it. We start off with Greef Karga. He's setting up stuff in Navarro, stuff that they're wanting to do in the city. But then out of nowhere, he gets a message that something's come in, and the pirates are now trying to enter the city. they start aiming weapons towards the people of the planet. So that sucks. I was hoping we were done with the pirates, but not hoping. I knew they were eventually going to come back, but I was wondering what they were going to do. Remember, this is the pirates that are led by like the swamp monster looking green thing. All right. So moving on now, I think. Oh, one funny thing is Karga then puts a message, like he's distressed. He puts a message into a droid, and I'm just like, is he really doing the Leia thing here? I mean, we're in a galaxy far, far away with crazy ass technology, but that's the way to do things still. All right, now we're gonna go to who actually gets that message. It is Carson Teva, the Ranger from before, the Galactic Ranger. Galactic Ranger, is that the name? I don't know. New Republic Ranger that flies an X-Wing. He gets this message and he sees that it's Karga. He's gonna want to get help from the New Republic, but they're not technically joined from the Republic, so we actually get a really cool cameo here from Zeb from Star Wars Rebels. So we get a cameo from a character that I wasn't sure if he was still alive or not, just because Rebels was in between episodes 3 and 4, and this is after episode 6. So I'm guessing most of the crew from Star Wars Rebels survived. All right, well now we're gonna go talk to the guy Colonel Tuttle, and he's kind of annoying. Well, we got Teva gonna go talk to him, saying like, hey, we need help to go help them. However, we get what's her name? Elia Kane ends up showing up, and she is trying to dismiss going to help these people. Teva believes that this is somehow something to do with the Empire, like they're trying to resurrect. And him even seeing her that she's part of the emissary program, I can't remember the name of it, amnesty program. I think even he's starting to suspect stuff from her, because she's kind of like trying to dismiss what's going on there, saying like, oh, we should make them an example by not going to help them to join the New Republic. And I think even he's like, something's going on here. But yeah, he wasn't able to get help from them. At this point, we actually see the people of Navarro. They've trying to find some shelter outside the city, figure out what to do. Then we go now back to Teva, who he had a spy, so he actually knew where the Mandalorians were at. Do you remember the R5 droid that Mando bought back in episode 2? Turns out that was a spy, so Teva's actually had tabs on him ever since then. But then he tells him, like, this is your friend that needs help. He's like, they're not part of the Republic, they're not letting me help them, but you guys could do something about it. And then he leaves, and then the Mandalorians have a conversation of what should they or shouldn't they do. And the Mandalorian, I guess Jon Favreau is back as doing the voice. I thought he was gone, but I guess not. He says like, hey, Bo-Katan and what's his face, Din Djarin have done everything to help me. They helped my son. There's like, right now we got to go into battle with them to go help these people on this planet. And that's really cool. Now we see the Mandalorians are like gonna start armoring up and go fight the whatchamacallit, the pirates. So now we move over to them planning, and then Mando ends up being the distraction by shooting the main ship that they have. Most of the little fighters go after Mando while he's fighting them. Now Bo-Katan flies in with her ship, and she drops people off. It's a really cool scene where like they come out and you see them turn on their jetpacks. They land. They're like commando style. It was really cool. I was like, oh man, we got some like it reminded me of Star Wars Republic Commando. All right, so they've dropped in. They're fighting the pirates, but then the pirates are getting the drop on them. But luckily then Paz Valis, I forget his name, the Jon Favreau character, he shows up. He has this big ass Gatling gun. He starts shooting people, but then they end up getting their own big ass gun. And you're just like, well, how are they going to stop that? And then out of nowhere, right behind them, inside where the enemies have that big giant Gatling gun, the armor shows up behind them, and she just starts wailing on them. She's not using guns, she's just using her equipment, and she just beats the living crap out of all of them. So that was really cool. And then the ship, it only has one engine left, and it's going to try, instead of trying to flee, it's going to try and kill the people of Navarro. It's like, oh, damn, this guy's serious. But luckily, Mando and Bo-Katan are able to stop the ship. They end up destroying its last engine, and it ends up crashing. So that's really cool. And then the Mandalorians are like celebrated like heroes. It's really cool. You can kind of tell they're not used to it, but they're doing good now. And it's just like, yeah, this is really cool to see them. Then the armorer decides that she wants to talk to Bo-Katan. And during this conversation, he tells her to take off her helmet. And she tells her, we need to join the Mandalorian clans, and you belong to both worlds. You are one of the ones that have keep the helmet on, because she was doing that for them. But you're also what the other Mandalorian clans are as well. So the armorer's plan is that they need to unite the clans. So that's really cool. So now Bo-Katan, she even gets the like nod from Mando of like, you're good. So it's like, at first I thought, are they going to try and get Mando and Bo-Katan to fight? But no, it seems to me like season 4 is going to be Bo-Katan trying to join the clan. So we'll see how that goes. We do have one more scene though, and we find out that Moff Gideon has escaped. He never made it to prison. We see an Imperial shuttle. And here's the thing. All right, so here's a confusing part to me. They don't use the Imperial technology because it's Imperial, but that shuttle is an Imperial shuttle. Why are they using it? I'm very confused. If it's Imperial technology they didn't want to use, why are they using their ship? I'm very confused about some of the stuff that's going on with that. But yeah, Moff Gideon did escape. We don't see him in this episode, but we know that he's free. So I think that they're setting up, and they think that some Mandalorians have joined up with them because someone used Beskar to take him out, but we'll see. I'm kind of confused about what they're doing with him, but we'll see how things go. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed of how this season, again, it just seems like they're setting things up. But it's like, you don't need to set up, just do stuff that like works for the story that you're trying to tell. But I can't really tell what story they necessarily want to tell. It's not like they want to tell a story that's going to be on for later. If that makes sense. But yeah, guys, this has been episode 5. Like I said, this is a 7 out of 10 to me. This was good, but nothing great, nothing special. It's like one of those, because they've done action already. It's like you're just doing the same thing over and over again. You got to do something different. Give me a story, something that's really going to make my heart feel something. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. One thing, so coming up for review, South Park and Star Trek Picard, the next episode. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch any more movies this week, but go check out my Dungeons & Dragons review. I actually really did enjoy that movie. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.